What is the basics that people need to know about Lucas Maddy?
That's why Bitcoin is so interesting, because it's the only thing that's ever existed that if you want more of it, you can't make more of it. You know, getting a date, you can apply it to buying a house, you can apply it to literally everything in life, which is like, can quantum break Bitcoin? Short answer, probably not. Probably quantum's not really what we think it is anyways. If I have money and you make more money, then you make my money worth less, right? Because all the money always equals all the stuff.
Would you be an entrepreneur mining crypto data centers, or would you be with a company on the up and up?
You know, a house costs 500 grand today.
Sure.
That sold for 15,000. It's the same house, by the way.
Yeah.
That sold for 15,000 in 1970.
And income is not keeping up with that.
Yeah. And the thing is, the house isn't worth more. The thing you're measuring it worth is worth less. Do we need to police the arena in order to keep out these like meme coins and stuff like that? The short answer is no.
That's the thing with Bitcoin
It's
too.
offline.
You can carry this bank with you anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like if you were Iron Man and they captured you, you'd still have your bank in your brain.
Yep.
Like, or on a tattoo.
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true.
Hey, it's Daniël-James. For those of you who don't know me, I'm downtown Windsor here, but I've got a company called DJM Design. We've done marketing campaigns that have blown off the roofs of things, and then some that have not done so great. And I just love walking around here. That's where the lake is at. But I'm gonna talk to you today about obviously the Maximize AI workshop and how it is for business owners, entrepreneurs, but I've been having a little bit of cognitive dissonance. I've been having a little bit of frustration in the whole topic. And we've done like 2 to 3 of these events and we've been learning a lot. I've been asking people a lot of questions and a lot of us are feeling the same way. Like, I need space from AI. I need the ability to have my own mental disconnect. And so in this event, there's about 25 to 30, sometimes even 50 entrepreneurs who show up. But what you don't know is it even is an online type style event. So what that means is after the fact, people can go back and watch and engage. And the best piece in the actual sessions is what we call the breakout Joshua walk. Everyone stands up in twos. And they talk about like what's one thing that they can do within AI, not just tools, right? Like how do you make a second brain and leave your notes there where your GPT still has context? How do you do a 2-day intensive and reform your whole team on how to use this stuff?
Hey everyone, my name is Daniël-James Berg. I'm here with Lucas Maddy and we're going to talk about the Bitcoin conference, how he's gone from a sailboat to finance and investing in venture capital, and how I bumped into you in that whole story. But before we get into that, I just wanted to do a nice light open, get our first taste tester going because we taste a bunch of things on the show and then we roll into stuff. So is this your first experience like this, Lucas?
Yes, I have no idea what's about to happen.
Awesome. For the guests out there, you're not allergic to anything. You're solid. Yeah,
we're going to find out.
Okay. This is going to steep for like 2 to 3 minutes. We'll just drop it in there. You can use your spoon if you need to. This is called, it's a rooibos mango guava boba. I guess you could read the bottom part. It's what?
Honey bush with rooibos tea and papaya.
Awesome.
Nice.
Let's talk about the big plague that happened, not the plague, the illness season. There was like during 2020. And maybe even before that, because what is the basics that people need to know about Lucas Maddy?
So I'm a songwriter, singer-songwriter, traveled with a band for about a decade. During that time, I worked in finance and investing and for some startup companies. So I worked for David Friedberg's company, used to be called Weatherbuild. Now it was called Climate Corporation when it got sold to Monsanto. Worked as an investment advisor, and then I was a banker. I was financing farms and ranches in the Midwest, and spent a lot of time basically working full time and then playing music full time, and never had time to wash my underwear or mow my lawn. So the as you call it, the illness season came around. Yeah, and I had a chance to go down to Florida, lived on a dock sailboat in a abandoned private marina for a while, and then kind of quit the job and started traveling the world.
So you're more of a nomad, like the audience at home, everyone watching. I like to think I'm nomadic, but I think Lucas is really nomadic. Like I'll go and work at different places, like the gym and, the library. Okay, but big shout out to the Link Library guys as well. So they allow us to film all of this. We have Josh in the back on the production side of things, Melissa Beaver for organizing and all the waivers that get signed. There's so much that gets done behind the scenes. Just want to do a big shout out to them. Go follow their stuff. And then also, subscribe for our content so that you can get more relevant insights and feedbacks. You'll see with this episode, we'll drop a bunch of shorts that are a little different. And then also like some behind the scenes. But usually at this point, I show that Manny the Mannequin's involved too. Like, AI has been getting nutsos with like Claude and ChatGPT and all the buzzwords. In the same breath, pivoting into nomadic lifestyles, right? So with this show, we try and bring that kind of value. And before you get too deep into that piece, so how do we meet? Like how where were you? What was I doing? And just share with them and what intrigued you? Because I'm like, that's the most important.
Well, the place du jour at the moment is Greeley. That's where we're at. By the way, and this place is incredible. The Link Library in Greeley. It's noon on a Thursday, and there is not a single spot to park in the parking lot, and there's cars parked down the street. Like this is, I've never seen.
Hey, like it's happening.
Yeah, this is incredible.
Yeah,
an incredible studio.
Yeah.
But anyways, so. I started a cold plunge group when I lived in Washington. We would go down to the Columbia River and we would get in the river at 4:00 in the morning and dodge ice and river beavers and river otters.
Holy moly.
And so there's only one place to get a cold plunge in this town. Happens to be Workout West, and that's where
true.
I run into you.
Yes.
I go there sometimes in the morning, walk in, grab coffee, walk out.
Exactly. Or run your meetings with the lounge chairs there.
Yeah. So but anyways, and when I grew up, so I didn't tell you this before, but when I grew up on a farm, we custom cutting crew, custom wheat harvest. We go from Texas all the way up to the Canada line. And we had a lot of South African dudes that worked on our harvest crew.
All my buds, man.
Yeah.
This is a secret sauce. You're not allergic to lactose or anything?
No.
Or lactose intolerance?
No.
Okay.
It's not my problem, even if it is.
Right.
It's everybody else's.
So South Africans, I call them like the expat rats, you know?
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, guys. Like South Africans love you, man. You guys we're right there together, you know? But you'll know what I'm saying because there's so many of us that have just gone like to so many different countries. I actually have my cousin immigrated and she did like refugee status, but she's in Massachusetts because they were in like Johannesburg where it's super rough.
Right. Yeah.
Have you been to South Africa?
I haven't been there. No.
Okay. And you kind of have an accent like from the US, or where is this from?
Kansas.
Yeah. Okay. See, like you go to any like business thing or whatever in America and there's so many different accents. So taste test, we're going to rank this 1 to 10.
I don't know what it is, but it's really good.
Different, hey?
Mango, guava, boba. I don't know what honeybush is. I don't know what rooibos tea is.
Perfect. That's the South African tea.
Oh, really?
So everything we're trying here, except for
this is all South African stuff.
yerba is not.
Yeah.
I'm a health nut and like a lifestyle hack nut.
Yeah.
And like I've seen that is kind of where you're at too, which is fun because most of my business guests are very straight cut and dry. But this is a cool like antioxidant tea. But from 1 to 10, what would you rate it?
It's like solid 8 at least. Like, this is genuinely really good.
Cheers. This is my first time trying the boba one. There's so many rooibos versions, guys. If you go to King Soopers or Amazon, you'll find it. Sponsor us, guys. But Lucas, so 1 to 10, you said 8. I dig it too, and usually I have rusks that'll dip them in there. But you're from Kansas.
Yep.
Family dynamic, you got, how did you know you like want to do finance and all this
I did
stuff?
I went through school and money was something that like economics made sense, right? Supply and demand made sense to me. I studied kind of more in engineering first, and it just like it's such a wide open field. But economics, it's very simple. You can apply supply and demand to, getting a date. You can apply it to buying a house. You can apply it to literally everything in life, right? This is the driving force behind why we have the things we have. If people want something, we'll make something. Yeah. which, to tie it into what we talked about before, is like that's why Bitcoin is so interesting, because it's the only thing that's ever existed that if you want more of it, you can't make more of it. If we want more gold, we can go to the moon. We can go to asteroids. We can go to other planets. Want more diamonds? We can make diamonds, right?
100%.
All this other stuff. Like, there is no hard stop on supply of anything in history except for Bitcoin. And that's a really fascinating thing, because we're on the precipice of finding out what that means.
That's so true. Yeah. And the convolution and the data centers, we'll get into that, and AI, like all of it's playing a role. I'm going to play devil's advocate for my audience. So I want you to look them in the eye and give them like the 5-year-old, 7-year-old explanation why. And at the conference, you'll learn this. They have conferences, you know, what you guys, how many countries now that you do it?
For this year.
Can you name them?
So Amsterdam, Hong Kong, Abu Dhabi, and Las Vegas.
And it's not a hype fest, guys. Like, Michael Saylor's there. There's going to be some really cool financial guys.
We could bring guys from physics. We've got the head of the FBI is coming. Kash Patel. Jack Dorsey, founder of Twitter. He just got announced. That's cool. Afro Man.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
that's fun, dude.
I mean, it's kind of. You know, the goal is to kind of make it the like South by Southwest of like, you know, so there's Bitcoin, there's tech, there's, you know, culture. Yeah. There's the biohacking part of it. You know, all that, like, we're going to like, I know there's like a cold plunge sponsor that'll be there set up.
Oh, perfect. So you're going to be in there first, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So, for the fifth-year-old, like, explanation.
The quick reason.
Yeah. What is like a 30-second, like, why the supply is, and then I think people have been arguing about AI, but you and I had this chat, like, even if you had 24 phrased things, there's like so many quantities.
Yeah. So what you're referring to is like how many digits to have a password to break, right? Which basically, like, right now, so this is very pertinent, because this is the quantum question, which is like, can quantum break Bitcoin? Short answer, probably not. Probably quantum's not really what we think it is anyways, but the 5-year-old answer of like, why do you want to have Bitcoin? I think, so the reason is that if I have money and you make more money, then you make my money worth less, right? Because all the money always equals all the stuff.
Sure.
You have two piles. You just imagine in your mind, there's two piles. There's a pile of money, and there's a pile of all the stuff in the world you can buy with money. Goods, services, hot dogs, airplanes, etc. So all the money always equals all the stuff. That's what a price is. A price just means that it's like, basically it's saying that this is $3, that's $8. Yeah. The 3 and the 8 don't matter. It's the ratio of this to this, right? Because what we're doing is we're just taking that big pile of money and we're dividing it between this thing and saying, this thing is worth 2.5 times as much as this. Why? Probably because it's 2.5 times harder to make it. Yeah. That's
Bitcoin. That makes sense. So much harder to make. There's like, usually, like, I think the one thing I saw too was like, it's 3 computers solving like one algorithm, and then the one who win, they all win together, and then that's why it's decentralized. So it's like a mini bank, but it's not a bank because it's run off the grid, which is crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of knock-on effects to it. Like the Bitcoin mining part, which you're talking about, is really fascinating.
I still don't think AI will ever crack the encryption.
I don't.
It hallucinates so much. Like, even the way we use it is in a very secure way, like in a framework or a harness, or like within a platform like Wix or Zapier or Claude, and we try and break it into buckets so that it's not this wild, how do we say, like it's not this wild thing that everyone's making it out to be. One fun thing I noticed too was when I bumped into you was the connection to a friend of mine named Samson Jagoras. He's the Main Street Capitalist. He has a show, but he doesn't do pods as much, I think. But very successful business acquisition company. And he got attracted to your conference. I don't even know how. Like, I need to ask him. And basically he's like, "Oh, I'm sponsoring." You're like, "Oh yeah, he's on the docket." I'm like, "What? This is mind blowing." You do guitar?
Yeah.
You're, like you said, you're a musician. And what is that like? Even you go to Justin down the road. Mm-hmm. Like, this is how small Greeley is. When did you move back? Like
6 weeks. And not back. Like, I just moved here. I've never been here before.
Never. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't grow up here or anything.
Why Greeley?
I want to live in Colorado, I think, and I've got a family member that lives here, so I'm going to chill with him for a while and then figure out where I want to be. Probably on the other side of the mountains.
That's the way, man. Like, I think that's you're gonna get the non-mountain experience, which is actually fascinating.
There's too many people on this side of the mountains, though. When
you go mountain vibe, that's like, now you have to, like, we'll talk hustle culture, but you kind of have to hustle in a different way. Because that's an expensive lifestyle. Colorado, I think, is the second highest.
It ain't cheap.
Yeah, second highest compared to like California in the sense of population growth and the expenses. So we hustle. This is for sure. Like 2 to 3 jobs, man. But anyway, you're focused on the main lane.
Daniël-James here from DJM Design, and this is not hypey. It's just like, how do we get involved to do something more passive? On Bitcoin, there's the vision board. When you're super busy and just running around, this is what they call the BitX miner. It's a Gamma 602. What's really, really cool about it is the fact that it is a lottery miner. So at any point in given time, it has a chance to mine 1 Bitcoin block. So what's unique about that is 1 Bitcoin block is worth about 3 Bitcoins, and you just plug it into Wi-Fi, you set it. It's kind of around the $150, $100 range. And so while you're doing other stuff, you just let this thing run, do its thing, let Manny the Mannequin hopefully lottery mine you a Bitcoin block, right? So go check out the link. There's a video that a guy showed me how to set this all up, and it's a super useful thing to have.
Before we get into the company you work for, I'll go back to your story, but we'll do rapid fire. So rapid fire is just a fun way to get to know the guest a little more. So in your space, I'm going to ask you, okay, so we'll go, are you a morning or night person?
Night.
Okay. Favorite book or movie?
Favorite book?
You could do both.
Atomic Habits by James Clear.
Oh, yeah.
Favorite movie? Dude, I really like the movie Tenet.
Nice. I was going to ask you health hack, but I've already heard what, ice baths?
Ice baths, methylene blue. Yeah, there's a number of things. But basically, no, favorite health hack is not using screens.
Yeah.
Like that's number one.
I saw that and I was like, what? Okay, well, we need to come back to that question. Okay. Yeah. Don't forget to remind me. Would you rather be on the water, by the beach, or in the mountains?
Mountains.
Okay, you got the mountain one. Well, why?
I don't swim well, and beaches are really boring. Like the thing about going to a beach is like you get to the beach and that's all there is.
That's it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You go to the mountains, like you keep going and going and going and going and going. Plus, you get the feeling of feeling insignificant and small, and that's good for people.
It's good. It's humbling. Yeah. I like being humble is a really good one, because we're all going through our own stuff and figuring life out. Mental life is not easy, but my wife's a swimmer, so I was just laughing about that. And we did spearfishing the one time in Maui, but we would be up on the ocean as much as we could.
I did. The place I grew up, like no water, no, like there's a lake, but you don't want to swim in it. Like, nice. Yeah, I didn't learn how to swim until I was 16.
That's cool. Yeah. Trick question. Would you rather mine Bitcoin or work for a company would you rather own a data center and mine Bitcoin at the same time? Or would you rather be involved in an organization who is, on the up and up of that? So would you be an entrepreneur mining crypto data centers, or would you be with a company on the up and up?
Odds of probability, I would mine. You know, like 1 in every 80 businesses is going to make it. Yeah. But Bitcoin is going to make it. So like that's just a balance of probability.
This is a convicted man of you. I love it. So this is how you got hired at this company, right? Like look at the camera and tell them why you're so convicted, because I want to know.
Like it's just simple. When you look at things, you think from first principles, when you think to the limit, and you realize that every single government money that's ever been created is either out of existence, inflated away till it was worth nothing, or it's down at least 99%, like the US dollar. They have a shelf life. They're designed not to persist. They're designed to extract wealth from humanity, to take it from the citizenry and put it in the pockets of the government. And so,
it's true.
And by the way, you go back to like the founding fathers of the United States, and they explicitly warned against having control over the money by the government. They said like this would be the tyranny that would create 100-year wars, which we've had,
We're
and
seeing, yeah.
incredible death, and the destruction of depression and drug abuse, and all of these things where people are just losing hope because, you know, a house costs, a house costs $500,000 today. That sold for $15,000. It's the same house, by the way. That sold for $15,000 in 1970.
And income is not keeping up with that.
And the thing is, the house isn't worth more. The thing you're measuring it worth is worth less. So it's the way that I like to describe it is like, people have a house and they say, oh, my house went from $200,000 to $500,000. It's like me telling you that you went from 6 feet tall to 14 feet tall. And you would realize immediately that that's a lie.
Impossible.
That you didn't grow. The thing that I measured you with got smaller. Right. And so that's what it is when we walk around every single day and we see that a soda went from 50 cents to $4 and a house went from 15,000 to 500,000. So
exactly. And it's like the guys that are in charge, you know, like the and stuff, I think it's really interesting dynamic because in a lot of ways, the system is broken because of the lobbying, and then it creates like this little cycle. And in order for people to survive, they have to get a part of that because all the money and revenue is driving through that bucket. So then, in some ways, a lot of us are experiencing that negative impact, or what they probably prefer is we keep quiet, you know, keep our heads down. We're on screens the whole time. And I think it's just because there's so few people in power. And because of like what you said, the system does that little loop thing. So Bitcoin and decentralization is kind of a way, would you say a way out or a solution forward? Like what?
So it's what technology actually is, which technology in the best form is innovation. Innovation is a different way of doing things. And that different way, by the way, there's some markers for this. It usually does it 10 times better, 10 times safer, 10 times faster, 10 times easier. And oh, by the way, criminals are the ones that adopt it first. Like criminals were the first ones to adopt machine guns. Criminals were the first ones to adopt cars so they could outrun the cops that were chasing them when they were hauling whiskey around. Like, there's always those
levels. So we'll get to the taste test.
Did you just put hot sauce on them?
So one of the former producers had this idea. He actually works here. His name's David, and he's like, "You should do hot sauce on your show, like hot ones." I was like, "Let's go." So this is I'll tell you what it is afterwards. And then I have a funky, cool question. So describe what you're tasting, because some people listen to the show.
I feel like it's a truffle type thing. It's like a truffle buffalo sauce, something like that.
I went easy on you. Most guests, I throw it right on the spoon. So we could do one little one with the spoon.
Dude, so my brother loves hot ones.
Oh, cool.
And he buys the hot sauce.
Good.
And then we just sit there and take it in the living room. So yeah, this is fun.
I'll have to let you should take this one home with you. So this is a Portuguese hot sauce.
This is good.
They make it in South Africa. What would you rate it 1 to 10?
So taste is great. Taste is like 8. It's not super hot, but it's like a full flavor. It's like, apparently it's hotter for you than it is for me.
I took it down the wrong way.
Snorting back up. No, it's super good.
Good. I'm glad you like
really
it.
Like it.
You'll learn more about it. There's an African bird's eye chili in there, which is really good. That's where it comes from. It started in Johannesburg, and now they have like chain restaurants with chicken. You can find it in New York as well. But they sell it at King Soopers or Kroger in all the other American stores, states. So the stuff we were harping on, this is where it gets really funky. And coolio, I would say, is you have these contrasts. So there's people in charge who've been taking advantage of Bitcoin, and that's going to be the natural cause case, right? And then there's like Michael Saylor. If you could kind of share a little bit about that, where it's like, gosh, is it our job to stop kind of the negative things happening with like meme coins and NFTs? And then the cool thing to see a business like, you know, MicroStrategies, where they take that, they invest in Bitcoin in the right times. Everyone thinks he's crazy, but he comes out ahead. So I think a stat that's going to blow people's mind is he just overtook BlackRock's holdings of Bitcoin, which is like, what in the world?
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about those two contrasts.
So first question is like, do we need to police the arena in order to keep out these like meme coins and stuff like that? The short answer is no.
Okay.
And the reason being is that better rules don't make better people. They never have.
That's awesome.
Right. And so you can police things, but all that does is give people a way to get around stuff. What you really need to do is let the best idea win. And the best idea happens to be the one that is for everybody, that no one benefits more from than any other person, and that everyone can access.
Cool.
So that's Bitcoin. And then as far as, like what is Michael Saylor doing? Well, what Michael Saylor is, like, he's taking an engineering first principles mind and he's applying it to finance, and he is obliterating traditional finance in a way that has never been seen. So his direct competitor for his product Stretch, which is it's a tax deferred, so you don't pay taxes on it. You get paid monthly. It's soon to be twice a month. You get your dividend paid, and you get paid 11.5%. If you're in a state like Colorado.
So is he staking?
So there's no staking. This is not staking.
So staking is kind of like dividends on Bitcoin. Yeah.
Staking is generally rehypothecation, which means that I give you something, then you are going to resell it. It's rehypothecation is kind of like the legal term for a Ponzi scheme.
Oh, sure. But they're like, based on their portfolio, they can give you this rate.
Yeah.
And you don't know what they're investing in really.
What Michael Saylor's doing is that he is taking people's money. They're giving him dollars.
Okay.
He's buying Bitcoin, and then he's giving them dollars back in the form of dividends. And why does this work? Well, the guy's an optimist.
Okay.
I'm an optimist. So
cool.
And why does that matter? Like, this is not like a fruity thing, but if you're an optimist, then you believe that things are going to get better, right?
Oh, yeah.
Money is a barometer that measures how much better things get, because the more
value thing you were saying,
the
bring you value.
The natural state of the world is that prices should go down, not up, right? Because if I can fly across the country instead of riding a horse, it's going to be cheaper, right? If I can send an email instead of sending a letter by a horse, it's going to be cheaper.
Yeah.
So that's the natural state of things. So basically, he's betting that things are going to get better. So am I, by the way. It's kind of a bad approach to life to think that things are going to get worse.
And that's one of the rapid fires I missed was like, you're investing, right? Are you all in on Bitcoin, or do you have some other things too?
Pretty much all in on Bitcoin. I mean, like, it comes down to this. It kind of comes down to this first principles question of like, what would I sell it for?
That's true.
Like, why would I sell my Bitcoin for $1?
Yeah.
When the dollar loses 11% every single year.
Yeah.
It's part of a class of money that's every single one of them is down 99%. By the way.
So it's available for the little guy.
Yeah.
Like, the contrast is this one friend I had last night. I spoke to him, and his dad inherited or bought a property in Pueblo, which is like a poorer town in Colorado. They like shipped buses of homeless people there. That's the theory. But the roof blew off, and it was like a multiplex, and they have to like literally scoop the poop and the trash out of the back of the building. And I feel terrible. But what he was explaining was his dad made a bet on that, which the value has gone down. So it's like, the difference is the little guy, we can invest in Bitcoin freely. Which you
can buy a penny if you want.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like something. And that's not going to make you a millionaire. But yeah, what is that life hack and a mental hack around Bitcoin and your style of investing for business owners, for people?
Yeah.
What's the takeaway here?
So think about it like in terms of fitness. So what we're trying to do with fitness is we're trying to become more capable. We're trying to increase our power.
Yeah.
What you're trying to do with your money is you're trying to increase your buying power. How much money you have doesn't matter. What you can buy with that money matters. $1 million is a lot of money in 1800. It's not a lot of money today. Yeah. It's a lot of money in Malaysia today. It's not a lot of money in New York today, right? Totally. So it's all relative, right?
Yeah.
What can I buy with it? So Bitcoin it doesn't lose to inflation because you can't make more of it.
Yeah. And it's kind of like market like 24/7 where stocks is
never stopped.
Yeah, it never stops.
38 hours a week, I think, is what the stock market's open, right? So out of 144, whatever it is.
We're going to pop this one. And for people who want to travel hack, I want to hear this, man. So let's go to the Sailboat and Malaysia. I want people to walk away thinking like, I can do that.
How do you do a 2-day intensive and reform your whole team on how to use the stuff? Like, you need someone to be that conduit for your brand, and that's what we do there. We even are having little guest speaker spots. We're having people share on stage. You get to network, because it's online and live. You get to network or re-watch or go be part of the pre-runs. And for the sponsors who are out there, we even engage you guys on the podcast side. So we give you that ability to really like go the extra mile and enjoy what we're doing. So we wanted to do that as an open invite. You can build like custom packages around what that is for you and say, hey, like you want this reach, or you want to be doing a survey on the stage or a trial, like we can discuss that and make it happen. But also it's going to live on, right? And so I've been putting healthy boundaries between AI, between the hype, between the tech, all the things that are distracting us. So for you to get back into it, I just wanted to thank you, and also let about some of this VIP stuff this time around. You guys can check that out. Get registered. It is a really dynamic place to be involved with. One more mural. Look at this. Wow. That's amazing. It's beautiful. So we get away from technology so we can enjoy this stuff, right? And that's the goal. A lot of the testimonies, people were like, hey, but I've been learning how to connect with humans, connect with relationships. So I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for watching.
So first off, you can definitely go to Malaysia. So Malaysia, I worked for Balaji Srinivasan.
1 to 10.
Oh, I've had this before. This stuff's awesome. Yeah, I love this stuff. Yeah.
Stop drinking Red Bull, drink organic teas, right? Cheers to that. If you can, like it has caffeine that's like this sustains throughout the day. Like
it's a different type of caffeine too. So it's not as
cool. Yeah. I don't even know much about it. I just know that ever since I did this rather than a Red Bull, like if I had a coffee in the morning and I did this in the afternoon, I could still sleep at night and my wife still liked me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, my kids are still alive.
Yeah.
But cool. Let's go to the Malaysia thing.
So Malaysia.
1 to 10.
10.
10. Yeah. Oh, cool.
This ties into Bitcoin, by the way. So the network state is what Balaji Srinivasan has started in Malaysia. So he has taken over a ghost city. They built a luxury ghost city that they were going to move 800,000 people into, 30-story skyscrapers, all kinds of stuff. Golf courses, resorts. And then China realized that if they let them, all of their rich people would just leave China and go there. So they forbade them from moving to this place, which this island is off the coast of Singapore.
Wow.
So anyways, yeah. So he just basically took this over and he's like, we can start our own country. And we can start our own country because all of the countries existing are losing power. We're in a period of decentralization of countries. The 50s was the height of centralization. You know, America at its strongest, the Soviet Union at its strongest, et cetera, et cetera. Totally. And now you're starting to see all those Balkan states break off. And, you know, we're talking about civil war and secession in the United States and Canada. You know, Alberta's thinking about leaving Canada, all that stuff.
Oil.
Yeah.
The whole shebang.
Anyways, this is, by the way, this is not a new idea. People have been talking about starting their own country forever, but they never could because they didn't have their own money. Yeah. Right.
It's like very contrarian and like what do you call euphoric or utopia. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, everybody dreams of utopia. It usually ends with a white guy in some documentary
stash,
about exactly. It's never good.
Yeah.
However,
this is different.
The only different, like the reason that it's different now is because we have Bitcoin, right? Like before, if I wanted to do this, I could buy 10,000 acres in Oregon, try to declare myself my own country, but the government's just going to freeze my assets because they have control over the dollar.
Yeah.
But nobody has control over Bitcoin. So
that's great.
You can do it now.
Yeah.
And by the way, there's like 200 of these experiments. Like that's just one of them. The Knights of Malta is the most well-known. This is a legitimate country with legitimate, legitimate diplomatic recognition.
I love it because I can see your passion in it too. And like for me, it's, the cool thing is with every guest, like we don't have to be right or wrong. And like, I come out of a very cool place where I left my country and it was like a faith thing. It was like and like you're on this journey too, where it's like you're getting confirmed as you keep going, which is cool, right? Then I ask you to be on my podcast. But for me and what I've even thought about is the risks involved and stuff. So anytime I make a financial decision, or even my wife and I, we take it straight to faith. You know, I ask God, I follow like Jesus and like I really it's weird because all of us inside of us, we have this confirmation. And it sounds like that kind of happened on your Malaysia journey. What for you, was it this whole concept that spurred that on and this way of thinking? How did you come to that?
Yeah. So I heard a guy named Robert Breedlove describe what money is actually for. I'd never heard, and by the way, I have a master's in economics. So like I should have known this, but they don't teach that. And there's a reason they don't teach that, because if they did, then you would question what the dollar does and why it exists.
Drive yourself a little crazy.
Money has three purposes. Money, it exists to store value. So basically, if I can buy this with my dollar today, I want to be able to buy this with my dollar in 10 years.
My kids, right?
That makes sense, right?
Legacy for them.
But like, that's not how the dollar works. So we can't talk about that. So it's a store of value. It's a medium of exchange. It just means that this is the thing I hand between. And then it's a unit of account. The unit of account's the most important thing. Other unit of accounts are like pounds and inches, right? What's the most important thing about a pound or an inch? The most important thing is that it never change. Because if it changes, constant. It's useless, right? By the way, I think this is fascinating. So apparently it's like the pound is held in a place in France, I think. And it's so important to the vital world community, to the economy, that Hitler avoided bombing it. Like he bombed everything around it.
No way.
But he knew that if they this is our reference point.
Then he would stay.
Then you would throw everything out of kilter, right? And I don't know.
It's like The Man in the High Castle.
Yes.
Have you ever watched that?
I gave up on like season 3 because it got super weird.
It's so weird. But my wife and I, we binge watched that whole thing. And she's a history buff. Like I wish she was here because she'll roll off the history. I totally agree with you because and this is going to go to my next question. With my kids and stuff, I look at investing now more for them, but also like what's the next, like if I'm leaving a mark now on this podcast, right? Like one thing that I did was I decided, okay, I want a cold storage. And is cold storage, like cold storage means like on a USB but it's still can be taken to the cloud. You know your code. Like that's the thing with Bitcoin
it's
too.
It's offline.
You can carry this bank with you anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like if you were Iron Man and they captured you, you'd still have your bank in your brain. Like, or on a tattoo. Cold storage versus that online thing was such a big debate, like 2-3 years ago. And I feel like now it doesn't matter that much. But does it? It'll
matter the next time somebody goes bankrupt, like FTX did.
Right? They need a way to access.
Yeah, because
they're starting to redeem those.
They are, but they're redeeming them at dollar values, not Bitcoin values.
Holy moly!
Right? So and by the way, I was in one of these
because the crash was like the Bitcoin was at like 60 or 70. And now it's come back to like 60, 70 again.
Yeah,
and it was at 100 at one point, like
126
something thousand. It has this weird like. The way Bitcoin goes is like nothing like I've ever seen.
It follows the adoption rate of a new technology. So if you look at any other new technology, like the adoption of refrigerators or machine guns or the internet or Amazon, like actually if you take...
It just keeps with the adoption.
If you take Bitcoin's price action and you put it over the top of like Amazon's price action, it looks basically the same.
That's so good. It actually makes me think too like of... you see Ethereum follow that and you see all the other coins follow that and... I like to spread it out a little bit, but I know there's some people who are like Bitcoin only or are you a Bitcoin only or?
Yeah. So, and again, like this is very simple. Okay. So first off, a lesson is that wealth is made by concentration. Mm-hmm. It's kept by diversification. So you don't, like coming from being an investment advisor, the way that mutual funds work is they try to keep a balance. And so what that means is that if something goes way up, they sell that and they buy stuff that went down. So basically you're selling your winner to buy the loser. It's a very bad strategy.
Like trading,
It's a terrible strategy, right?
Don't recommend trading, but because it's hard, right?
But the other thing, like why Bitcoin only? Why Bitcoin only is because if you look at every other thing that's ever been used as money, gold, cattle, salt, silver, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, they all, like the world always converges on one thing, right? So like even the US dollar was 4 years ago, it was like 87% of the entire world's transactions was done in the US dollar. So what does that mean? It means that the global economy always converges to one thing to use as money. And then you're just like, well, what's that one thing going to be? Is it going to be Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be 40% Bitcoin and 20% Ethereum and 12% Solana? No, it won't. Like those
gold.
are going to, they're
it's
going
like
bankrupt.
Gold is gold. Like you can't beat it. Like even if it's just everyone agreed on it. It's like that agreed upon standard. Now, I know, like, honestly, guys, like, everyone has different theories. When you die, you can't take it with you. However, I still love the legacy piece. And I think sometimes we want to give it to the man or show the man, right? Like Uncle Sam and stuff. They're starting to adopt the things. And in some ways, I think it's like, okay, if someone's in the grind in their career and they're financially thinking about getting into Bitcoin, using it, I do have a reserve in my business, just allocated for that, which is useful, not compared to Michael Saylor at any point in time. But now we have data centers and AI playing into this. And so I would love your take, because you've been to these conferences and you've heard these people talk and speculate. How should the little guy think about it? How do business owners think about it? And let's just dive into that, because it's a juicy one.
As far as like investing in AI versus Bitcoin and stuff like that?
AI versus Bitcoin.
Yeah. Okay.
Data centers.
Easy one.
Let's do it. I want to hear it.
So you can't buy AI, but you can invest in AI companies, right? You can buy this one or that one or that one.
Okay.
So what you're doing is you're taking a shot in the dark. There's 1 million AI companies, and I'm going to bet that these 4 are going to be the winners. A couple stats on that. Your average top 500 company is in the top 500 for like 8 years. And it only exists for like 30 years. So, and then they're bankrupt, right? They're
gone.
So it's a bad bet.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah. And even less so with speculative cryptos.
Think about AI as a sector, and then think about money as a sector. And it's like, okay, if I invest in Bitcoin, I can invest in money.
Yeah.
But I can't just invest in AI coin and invest in
data center companies.
Right? I have to pick one.
Right.
And they all have faults. And by the way, those faults are the people.
But Bitcoin ties to anything that's going to produce around that.
I mean, so
it's like, like
again,
gold miners and
all the money, and then all the stuff in the world. Here's cars, here's popcorn, here's AI. So do you want to bet on this little, and by the way, the thing about AI is like, it's crashing, right? So it drives prices down. That's what AI does, is it's technology. It makes things cost less. So the only way that you can compete in that game is to make your thing cost less, right? If I'm a SaaS company right now and I come to you and I say it's going to be $10,000 a seat, and you're like, yeah, we can just build our own. They're like, okay, well, maybe it'll be $8,000 a seat. Yeah. Then the next year you come back and it's okay, it's going to be $8,000 a seat. We can build our own.
$8. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's 12. Yeah. So it's a race to the bottom on price.
Yeah.
Right. And that race to the bottom on price in AI, in building cars, in making clothes, in building houses, everything, that race to the bottom is a race to the top in money. So like it drives the value of money up.
Think about gold mines. It's like the tool sets between that. Like that's what AI is right now. Like we're being shilled the tool, right? The gold mine is what we see as AI, but the actual thing is the cryptos between, like, and I've seen people do like AI video podcasts. They're very cringy. Like humans can tell. Yeah. Like we want I want taste. I want authenticity. I don't want to punch Lucas, but I want to know that he's here.
Yeah.
Like Manny the Mannequin disagrees with this 100%. And, but his role
disagree with anything.
His role is for the gift at the end, which I'll show you. He doesn't do much. But he does have some takes here and there. And even in my company, me and the team have been like wrestling this. And when I say team, we have like 3 core people, and then the team branches off in contractors and stuff. Cause I love the third world. Like, I grew up in South Africa. And so for me, leverage is a big deal, but also helping people out that are on the other side of that. And they still, my team does better labor than AI could ever do, but it's like an 8-10 year game, or whatever, how many months game it is to get to that place. Cause the team's been trained 6, 12 months, 13 months, right? They have that context, the emotional feelings. But one piece that like our website values, the perception of my clients have gone down. But here's the kicker. They'll start to try and build stuff with AI. They'll throw up a website, but there's no like framework and harness. And then it's a bad build because there's no backbone. And then when you want to make something different, it screws up. Yeah. So all I was going to say though is that eventually they come around and realize, okay, wait, we need some structure. and then it like the value comes back. And it just, it sucks because it's taking I shouldn't say like it's silly, taking 3 to 6 months for them to realize the value loop and then come back and build something of value and reminding people. And it's like a Kodak moment. And so the only pivots we found, Lucas, is I'm doing more workshops. I'm doing more content. I'm sharing tools that the clients can use with AI. And that has been like a game, and I'm consulting a lot.
This little piece had to be added. There's like this overcorrection around the whole AI hype, and you run into these design loops, and I don't think they'll ever be 100% solved, but there's a way to navigate that. Same with what I found to be AI bot babysitting, or like my wife likes to call it, babysitting my AI, my bots. And the agent hype and all that, it's really just task-driven things for your team. And what does the matrix look like between what should be done with AI versus a person versus a contractor or a freelancer? And we want to solve those little pieces to make it feel natural and feel good as you're using it for the time freedom pieces that you have. Because how many of us just have sat there frustrated, like I'm not really getting anywhere, and this is not for developers, it's not for the avid people using this, it's for the practical. And that is come into the room, kick your feet up, bring the laptop or be online, like checking it out. And that is for you, and who it's for is that peace of mind person. And like, I can't tell you how many times I like log into my email and there's a fresh like digest for the day. It's called the morning brief. I know what's happening. My draft emails are already ready to go. And it just saves so much time mentally. It just gives me a break. And I can go and like work out. And I'm not perfect either. Like my team and I, like we have so many kinks, and we have to reach clients and support them or show them like the grass isn't always greener and we're implementing X, Y, and Z and getting things done or thinking about all this stuff for them. So, and we want to be that catalyst for your brand. So you say, sit down and say, hey, like more than a marketer, we're a systems builder. We're from A to Z. Like when we built a platform for a client who needed their inbound calls taken care of, like in this health club here, Workout West, they have a caller inbound who reaches the phone calls and does the thing. But you should feel easy coming to this, and peace, like your peace should be raised up when you enjoy the concepts and the people and the takeaways. You walk away with all the people from the event as well. So definitely worth engaging on that level. But see you guys on the other side.
Yeah.
Like I'm having so many more small opportunities to consult clients for them to come back in that loop again.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to hear about this in your company. Like, are you guys seeing, what are you seeing in that trend, and how do we get away from screens? Because like those are two good topics that mesh. So while you do that, we got a taste test.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay. Hold the thought. Topics that mesh. I mean, screens that mesh.
What am I tasting here? What is this stuff?
So this is called Marmite.
Marmite?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of
yeast extract? Okay.
It
looks like grease.
Not everything is solid on the show.
You know what shilajit is?
No,
It looks like shilajit.
When I first met you, I thought you were Irish.
Nice. I'll take that.
Nice.
Are you Irish? Scottish?
I think we're English. I'm pretty sure. Maybe Scottish.
You'll have Irish blood if you're English. Holy moly, dude. Yuck to yum. Wonder
That's a powerful taste. It's like beef. It's beefy.
It is beefy, dude.
Oh, it's like sucking on a bouillon cube.
We didn't grow up with a lot, but you put this on your sandwiches. It'll make stew out of it.
Yeah.
They have it in Australia.
Mm-hmm. We've got something similar, but man, that's powerful.
It's nuts. Okay, so
like
to the question, get away from screens, AI, data centers. What is your company doing? That kind of stuff.
Okay, so first, just generally speaking, and this is just my own philosophy.
Yeah,
so
I want to hear it. I love it.
Prior to doing this, I was developing an app called Rituals that was meant to get people off screens. By the way, kind of a stupid idea to make an app to get people off screens, but yeah. Anyways, so
it's still there. Just develop it later.
Yeah. My personal theory is like, first understand that your eyes are meant to perceive in 3D. And so every time that you look at that screen, you are quite literally entering a different world. Like a genuinely different world. And so that is why, by the way, that is why people's eyes are becoming misshapen. I don't know if you've heard about this, but like people are developing more astigmatism, like their eyes are all kinds.
Dude,
there's
my
all
wife
kinds
is gonna
of
love this
there's
topic.
all kinds of consequences.
Dude, she just spanks me and gets me away from my phone.
And also, so again,
like
and the blue light that comes out of that,
this makes so much
that robs your
sense.
testosterone. It ruins your sleep, like everything. So first off, just don't. And by the way, generally speaking, like understand this is a tool. What are tools meant to do? Tools are meant to allow us to live as humans easier. Right. So what I want, by the way, that's a terrible form factor, right? Like it's terrible. It's this big and I have to hold it like this. And I'm effectively handicapped. I've only got one hand all the time. Right. So this is just a terrible form factor. Phones won't exist in a couple of years. It'll be something else, right? It'll be a implant or it'll be an eyepiece or whatever.
Praise the Lord, man.
Yeah.
Jeez. I'm so tired of phones.
And then beyond that, like the AI part of it. So the problem with AI, when you develop an app, one of the things you find, like the number one thing that kills every single app is people trying to add too many features. And AI makes it really easy to add features. And so you have people.
And it lies to you. It can't do it.
You know, I don't know if you've ever heard this. You know what underwear pants gnome logic is? Have you heard this?
No.
So it's from South Park.
Yeah.
There's an episode of South Park where there's these gnomes and they go around stealing underpants and they finally catch them and they go, what's going on? And they're like, oh, well, here's our 3-step plan. And step 1 is steal underpants. And step 3 is profit. And step 2 is question mark. And so it's like, that it's the epitome, like what AI is right now, and I'm not against it, like it's brilliant. It will be brilliant. But what people are doing with it now is they have this thought that because I can, I should.
Oh, no.
Right? And there's also the something must be done. This is something, therefore this must be done. And that's just proven bad logic.
Yeah, it's like when Bitcoin started, it was 2008, 7?
2008.
Yeah. And I mean, it's brilliant. Like this story is brilliant. So share with people, because this is exactly the point we're in now. If everyone had AI then and everyone knew that there should be a digital currency, they'll all do it the wrong way because there's no proof or an adoption.
Yeah.
Don't give up on your app.
Hard.
Because I've been building apps too. And, I put a lot of them on the back burner because I said to the team, if it's not revenue driving, we can't do it. Or myself, right? If it's not revenue driving, can't do it. If it's not adopting, why are we doing it? And let's just do better, more. Like I think Alex Hormozi talks about it. Do more, and then later we can do better. And then if that doesn't work, we'll do new. But we keep putting new on top.
Oh, okay.
I've seen so many people trying to build apps, and look, I can kick myself in the butt because I'm the same problem. I tried it. It's like it loops itself, and it's a way for them to draw money. Because you run out of limits. It's a frustrating freaking thing. But South Park, I love it. And it's gone. I took my kids to the bank the other day and like my father-in-law like showed them the video. He's like, you got to see the South Park thing. I'm like, come on, Doug. He's like Michael Scott from The Office. Dude.
Nice.
He's so funny. But okay, so off topic, but back to that, the screens and this whole thing is so powerful, Lucas. Like, I'm so glad I have you on the show. So you're building this app, Rituals, still could be in production. People are getting the cart before the horse. And what's the real?
The real, basically, like back to the rituals thing, is that your brain's a processor. It's a computer processor. It's a 20-watt computer processor, which means it's less strong than the lights looking at us, right? So it doesn't operate on much. But every thought that you have steals bandwidth from your processing power. And so if you can ritualize your life, if you can have a morning routine and an evening routine, and the more of your life that you can ritualize and put into automatic mode, the more that you're going to be able to have that settled peace of mind. And the more that you have that settled peace of mind, the more you're going to enjoy life, number one, but also the more creative you're going to be because you're going to actually have thoughts. Like, you can't have thoughts in a rattled mind. No. And this is new research, came out a couple months ago now.
Yeah.
It's not proven decisively yet, I guess. Maybe not. But they do believe now that what a brain is not a generator of ideas. It's a receiver of ideas. Yes. And so this leads into this idea of like a universal consciousness, and that intuition is where
You
do
can't
I
receive if you're constantly outputting.
why do I always get my best ideas when I'm on a long run?
On the massage chair at the gym.
Exactly. When I'm not doing anything, right? When I'm very much at peace, or I'm very engaged in a repetitive process.
Yeah.
And this is what I think it was Einstein, the UTT, unconscious thought theory.
Yeah.
So like, just take long walks. Like, I'm just taking a long walk. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going around and around, but it's allowing my brain to settle. So that thing causes what's called popcorn brain, which, just imagine popcorn popping in your brain. It's just constantly like pop, 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 pop. And so you can't have thoughts. And so anyways, it just, it ruins your life, because you never get to actually focus.
Yeah.
It takes a human 20 to 25 minutes to get into a state of deep focus. The average knowledge worker changes context every minute to a minute and a half. So most people are living their lives not ever getting into a state of deep. And this, by the way, that's why you're so tired when you come home and you watch Netflix. You're like, all I did was sit all day, but I'm exhausted.
For sure. Yeah.
Right?
And
why?
I love this. So just tell the audience as well, because music allows us to do that. Yeah. Right. Like I used to be part of a hip hop dance crew, and I still practice and freestyle and all this fun stuff. But that, man, gosh, does that fill my bucket? But I also learned like calendar. I used to do sales and production on the same days. Those are hard to make, those context switches, unless I stand up and change or change environment. But I would fight that. And so the calendar had to switch up a little bit. What are some other tactics of getting away from the screens? I think actually we nailed that one.
Just quick, it's all environment. Like it's all environment, and that's a James Clear thing. It's like no good habit can survive a bad environment. Yeah. So like your phone, your computer needs to be outside of your bedroom. Yeah. If you don't want to eat bad food, don't have bad food. Yeah. Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah. My wife would love that. This is why they tell criminals when they are prisoners when they get out of prison, don't go back home. Exactly. Don't go to the situation that got you here. For sure. Yeah. Love it. Okay, let's try this. Jerky, or is this biltong? Biltong. You haven't been to South Africa? No, I haven't. Oh wait, I've been to Morocco. That's cool. Well, that's not South Africa. Yeah, it's Arabic, and I think they're French there too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of French. Basically, everybody in Morocco looks like a Bond villain or a Bond girl. Because they'll film it out there. Dude, they're the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life. I love it, dude. And they're just so scared. I've never been more scared. Is so cool. Mm-hmm. Well, in the movies, they make it all look like that, which is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Do we do yuck to yum on the Marmite? 1 to 10 on the Marmite. Oh, we didn't. But let me give it at a 9. The Marmite? On the Marmite. Yeah, dude. It was awesome. It just tastes like eating pure beef. I wouldn't give that. Beef and salt. You're hilarious. You must love beef. I grew up on a cattle farm. Okay, cool. Okay, so that makes sense. I give them on a 3 every time. So rude. Right. Yeah, exactly. So am I rating this now? Yeah, what is the biltong for you? What does it taste like? I've never been a huge fan of biltong. I'm not quite sure why. I think it's because it's a little thinner. And it's more, it's kind of like steak because it's not cooked or cured, right? Mm-hmm. This is my guy here. He knows I make this stuff sometimes. Me too. Mm-hmm. I got a dehydrator. Yeah, it's a good time. I want to make pemmican. I've never done that. Where's that from? It's like a American Indian settler type thing. It's like so cool. Beef and nuts and stuff, like super high. I'm a big culture nut, man. I love it. Like, I love seafood. And after watching the spearfishing, like there's a channel called Hammerjang, or I think it's spearfishing with the hammer. They're all from Hawaii, and it's incredible culture, dude. Incredible. Like the food they make is just nuts. I was thinking about the silence piece because I relate to scripture a lot, but there's such a direct scripture that's like so on this. It just says, Psalm 62 verse 1, and it's like Solomon, right? So he's like a wise dude. Yeah, cutting babies in half. I know, that's crazy, right? To try and like convince that mom not to get rid of her baby. Waiting in silence. So regarding the silence, wait on silence. And in this part, they use a different word for God, and it's like wisdom. Yeah. So crazy. Anyway, okay. So back to the context here. What do you think Michael Saylor is going to talk about at the conference?
What do people need to know?
Yeah.
And so he's heading out to a conference. I'm trying to make this as timeless of an episode as well, so I won't say anything about that. But yeah, what are people going to learn? Why do people come to the conference anyway?
Yeah, so the conference is the Bitcoin 2026 flagship conference. So this is our biggest conference, and it's in Las Vegas. I'm on the programming team, so my job is I get to talk to the most interesting people, smartest people in the world.
Wow.
Because those are the people that are making their lives in Bitcoin. And Michael Saylor's one of them. Strategy, first public company to go on a Bitcoin standard, which just basically means that they've just chosen to not hold cash and only own Bitcoin.
What do they do outside of Bitcoin?
They're a software company, so they design business intelligence software. Kind of in they're like one of their competitors would be like Google, which is why they didn't win.
100%.
And by the way, so he wrote a book about this in 2012 called the Digital Wave or something like that. And it's basically like, so digital products, and this is a good lesson, I think, for anybody doing this.
Let's do it.
Digital products are natural monopolies. If I want the best apple in the world, I have to go to Washington State. That's where they're made. If I want the best surfing in the world, I go to South Africa, right? Or
Hawaii.
Or Hawaii. Okay. These things, because they're physical, they have a geographic limitation to them, right? However, if I wanted the best digital apple in the world, this, by the way, is the best digital apple. It's an iPhone. Apple. That's funny.
The best in South Africa is the animals.
Okay. Yeah. So, lions and stuff.
Yeah. Big five, the big.
But if say I digitize that, say I digitize the apple, say I digitize surfing, say I digitize the lion.
Or ritual.
Yeah. If I digitize it, there's no longer a barrier to entry, right? If I'm in Malaysia, or if I'm on the moon, or if I'm on a submarine, or if I'm in New York City, we all have the access. But like, dude, I use the same iPhone that Elon Musk uses.
I don't want to laugh, but you know what it makes me think of?
What?
Neo from the Matrix. It's like, there is no screen. In the rituals, it's like,
but so
you
like
think that's air you're breathing around?
That is a good question.
I love it, dude.
But the lesson is that digital products create natural monopolies because the best wins. Like if I have access to everything, why would I choose anything but the best?
Yeah.
So the best one always wins. And that's what Michael Saylor, which by the way, this I think is the best piece of advice I've ever heard anyone give someone, which is Michael Saylor talking about, like, this is a guy who over 100 patents, early investor in like Facebook and Amazon, Uber, like all of these, whatever. Plus he was a billionaire of his own right, built $1 billion company. But his piece of advice was, it's better to be able to recognize somebody else's good idea than come up with your own. Because that's how he became what he is with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Right. So he recognized that Bitcoin, and he made his company go from 500 million to 70 billion. What is he going to talk about? He's going to talk about digital credit. Digital credit just means that you're trading dollars for Bitcoin, or you're giving him money. He's going to buy Bitcoin with it, and he's going to pay you dollars for the rest of your life.
Because of his company.
Yeah. And his competitor in this arena is governments and their government bonds. So it's literally the biggest market in the entire world. It's about $300 trillion market.
Yeah.
And he is taking on that market.
Like USD, the US whatever they were going to try to do, US crypto coin.
Oh, the
the
central bank digital currency, whatever.
They're just trying to sneak their hands in.
Yeah, that's bad.
So people won't invest in it. Here's going to be my kicker, big one, banger of a question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
The Biltong was a 6.
Who created Bitcoin?
Oh, dude, I love this one. So Jack Cruz has a theory, and I like his theory. Everybody thinks it's Hal Finney.
Yeah, all that Asian was the one dude, Nakamoto.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't him. He just had
like a full guy.
He was just unfortunate to have the same name.
Poor guy.
But
there's like 12 of them too. There's like a theory.
Yeah.
12,
there's a whole bunch.
12 engineers.
My favorite is the theory that it's Lynn Sassaman.
Okay.
And Lynn Sassaman was the PhD student under David Chaum. And David Chaum was the guy who created the first digital currency back in like 1980.
Holy moly.
Right? So basically,
like a crypto, or was it like a bank financial?
I mean, it wasn't secured by proof of work or whatever. It was the problem with all digital currencies until Bitcoin was that they couldn't figure out this problem of centralization.
Yeah.
They were all on somebody's server, which meant they could be shut down.
Yeah.
So Adam Back created proof of work, which allowed for this distributed server process.
Cool.
And by the way, he created proof of work just to not get spam emails. That was the only reason for it. So yeah.
Manny the Mannequin wants to fact check this.
Yeah.
But is he stinking wealthy, this guy? What's his name again? The Tim, is it, what's the
Adam
guy?
Back?
Adam Back. Yeah, the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
And the guys who developed it, they got to be stinking wealthy. I mean, do they ever offload on the blockchain? Like,
yeah, there's a bunch that have dumped, and a lot of them have remained anonymous, and then there's a lot of them that have just been like truly, really, just so the story, like Pizza Day, if you've heard about this was the first time Bitcoin was ever used to buy something. Somebody bought 2 pizzas for $10,000 for 10,000 Bitcoin, which today is like $700 million, I think.
Yeah, by accident.
Yeah. And it wasn't by accident. It was this guy, he started mining Bitcoin with a very high powered computer, and Satoshi reached out to him and said, hey, look, I know that this is going to happen. It's going to create an arms race. People are going to, really, but I'm hoping it won't happen yet. So would you mind not doing that? He was like, yeah, I'm cool. And then he wanted to give back to the community. He's like, well, how do I take this electronic cash and make it more real? I can use it as electronic cash. And so he did the first ever Bitcoin transaction, right? So it's the best community in the world. It's people that once you realize, by the way, that Bitcoin is going to, like, it solves your money problems.
Yeah.
It doesn't solve your earning problems, but it solves your money problems. Like, I don't need to worry about investing. I don't need to worry about whatever, because everything goes to zero against Bitcoin in the long run.
Okay.
So just be good at what you do.
Yeah.
And then it's take care of your body, take care of your relationships, take care of your mental health, your spiritual health.
Yeah.
All those other things.
We'll follow.
And you get to become more human.
This is why he works for the Bitcoin conference.
Yeah.
This is the end of the show, guys. This is your gift. You can open it right now.
Hey.
It's a little special South African adult juice. Thanks again for being on the show. I'll put all his links to his stuff in the bios. So yeah, your adult juice, enjoy it. I don't know if this is your style or not. They only make this adult juice in South Africa. But that's us from the MoneyBru Show. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out all his stuff because he's got quite a bit. And we'll see him on the road show and see what he's up to as things pan out. Maybe I'll capture a little after the event if there's something else you guys need to hear about. But thanks so much, Lucas.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Anything you want to share as a last minute? You can follow me on X at Lucas Maddy, Maddy, and find my music, Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, everywhere. Just Lucas Maddy, and would love to come play music for you. Would love to talk to you about Bitcoin. Heck yeah!
Oh, and I've got my own podcast, Bitcoin Study Sessions. Yeah,
excellent. Yeah, maybe we'll be on there at some point. Yeah, guys, we are thinking of changing the channel name. When we first started, it was MoneyBru. Brew means buddy in South Africa. Let us know if that's a good idea. Right now, it's MoneyBru by DJM Design. I really like what Samson has done. He changed from Pain to Profits, which is hard to even search, to the Main Street Capitalist. And it makes so much sense for what they do with business acquisitions and stuff. But yeah, guys, see ya. Cheers. See you on the next one.
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cold. You might need a sweater too. I'ma put a ride on ya. Kid from California, trying to make it in life. In school they never taught ya.